Lesson 76. I am under no laws but God's. We have observed before how many senseless things have seemed to you to be salvation. Each has imprisoned you with laws as senseless as itself. You are not bound by them. Yet, to understand that this is so, you must first realize salvation lies not there. While you would seek for it in things that have no meaning, you bind yourself to laws that make no sense. Thus do you seek to prove salvation is where it is not. Today we will be glad you cannot prove it. For if you could, you would forever seek salvation where it is not, and never find it. The idea for today tells you once again how simple is salvation. Look for it where it waits for you, and there it will be found. Look nowhere else, for it is nowhere else. Think of the freedom and the recognition that you are not bound by all the strange and twisted laws you have set up to save you. You really think that you would starve unless you have stacks of green paper strips and piles of metal discs. You really think a small round pellet or some fluid pushed into your veins through a sharpened needle will ward off disease and death. You really think you are alone unless another body is with you. It is insanity that thinks these things. You call them laws and put them under different names in a long catalog of rituals that have no use and serve no purpose. You think you must obey the laws of medicine, of economics, and of health. Protect the body, and you will be saved. These are not laws, but madness. The body is endangered by the mind that hurts itself. The body suffers just in order that the mind will fail to see it as the victim of itself. The body's suffering is a mask the mind holds up to hide what really suffers. It would not understand it is its own enemy, that it attacks itself and wants to die. It is from this your laws would save the body. It is for this you think you are a body. There are no laws except the laws of God. This needs repeating over and over until you realize it applies to everything that you have made in opposition to God's will. Your magic has no meaning. What it is meant to save does not exist. Only what it is meant to hide will save you. The laws of God can never be replaced. We will devote today to rejoicing that this is so. It is no longer a truth that we would hide. We realize instead it is a truth that keeps us free forever. Magic imprisons, but the laws of God make free. The light has come because there are no laws but His. We will begin the longer practice periods today with a short review of the different kinds of laws we have believed we must obey. These would include, for example, the laws of nutrition, of immunization, of medication, and of the body's protection in innumerable ways. Think further. You believe in the laws of friendship, of good relationship, and reciprocity. Perhaps you even think that there are laws which set forth what is God's and what is yours. Many religions have been based on this. They would not save but damn in heaven's name. Yet they are no more strange than other laws you hold must be obeyed to make you safe. There are no laws but God's. Dismiss all foolish magical beliefs today and hold your mind in silent readiness to hear the voice that speaks the truth to you. You will be listening to one who says there is no loss under the laws of God. Payment is neither given nor received. Exchange cannot be made. There are no substitutes and nothing is replaced by something else. God's laws forever give and never take. Hear him who tells you this, and realize how foolish are the laws you thought upheld the world you thought you saw. Then listen further. He will tell you more about the love your Father has for you, about the endless joy He offers you, about His yearning for His only Son, created as His channel for creation, denied to Him by His belief in hell. Let us today open God's channels to Him and let His will extend through us to Him. Thus is creation endlessly increased. His voice will speak of this to us, as well as of the joys of heaven, which His laws keep limitless forever. We will repeat today's idea until we have listened and understood. There are no laws but God's. Then we will tell ourselves, as a dedication with which the practice period concludes, I am under no laws but God's. We will repeat this dedication as often as possible today, at least 4 or 5 times an hour, as well as in response to any temptation to experience ourselves as subject to other laws throughout the day. It is our statement of freedom from all danger and all tyranny. It is our acknowledgement that God is our Father and that His Son is saved. I am under no laws but God's. Okay, let's talk about the laws. We have the laws of the world and the laws of God. The world was set up in such a way to foster separation. The laws of the world, the laws of the ego, therefore indicate that. They help foster separation. One way in which this is very evident is in physical separated bodies. I am sitting here, you are watching there from wherever you are. That must mean I'm here and you are there, that we are not deeply connected, that we are not one. That is one of the laws of the ego, a law of the world of form, that the bodies help reinforce separation. Another one the ego uses is holding grievances and grudges. The ego's plan for salvation is through separation, is through holding grievances, as we just talked about in some recent lessons. That is what fuels the ego's plan. The laws of the ego is holding on to grievances, is holding that grudge, is making someone else guilty. Guilt, grievance, and conflict and chaos. The world was made for us to experience separation. We just had that thought. It was a detour into fear, the Course says. And so the laws of the world are such that help foster separation. The laws of God are ultimate reality, our ultimate truth. They are the laws of love. They are 180 degrees away from what this world presents to us. The laws of God are real, are true. The laws of the ego, the laws of the world reinforce our separation. The laws of God reinforce our oneness, how we are all connected, how we are all one sonship, one kingdom. The laws of the ego, the laws of the world reinforce that through body and through guilt. The laws of God, the laws of love reinforce the oneness, our unity through realizing that we are spirit, not body, that we are innocent, not guilty, that we are created as one, not separate. This lesson also talks about magic. Here in the world, the ego uses our creative ability, uses the law of cause and effect, but in a diminished and limited way. In some ways, it's satisfying for us because we are performing our function, we are creating, but we're miscreating. We are making manifest, we are making magic. So it's fulfilling, but in a temporary and limited kind of a way. Magic is here, using your mind's creative power in a miscreative way, but miracles are here. Miracle is like the mountaintop. So when it talks about magic in prisons, it's a temporary performance of your function. So there's temporary effects, but it might not be what's ultimately best for you. Whereas the miraculous sets free, the laws of God set free, release you. You might use the law of attraction, or you might use the power of intention to make a job opportunity happen. And you get that job and you did it. You manifest that. And the miraculous, on the other hand, would be just saying, God, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? To whom? Use me, move through me. Your will be done, whatever is best for me, because I can't possibly know. So when you're using magic to make manifest and miscreate, you are telling the universe exactly what you want and you can get it. But when you are using the miraculous power of God, you're opening yourself up to infinite possibility. What would be best for you? What would be best for everyone in every situation? And allowing that guidance to come over you and to be directed. You can use magic to get what you want. But do you ultimately know what's best for you? I love that line. Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. I pray for what I thought I wanted. But in the end, He knows. He knows better than me. The Holy Spirit knows how everything fits into place. The divine right order, the divine right timing. If I surrender into that, then I cannot fail. And I'd rather trust that and trust in the miraculous rather than magic. This lesson also talks about the laws that we think we need to obey, and those are the laws of the world that emphasize protecting the body, because the ego here would have us think the body is the ultimate, that it is the pinnacle, it is all there is, that there is just this life, we must protect the body, death is inevitable, and we're trying to protect our body from dying because it's the ultimate. Whereas we know the laws of God, the laws of spirit, the laws of love say there is no death. You are an eternal spirit, an eternal idea in the mind of God. You are just having a nightmare here in which you are within a body. But that is not the ultimate truth of who you are. You are spirit having a human experience. You are divinity experiencing humanity. The ego would have you think humanity is all there is and protect your body as a result. So this lesson is emphasizing you would do anything to save your body according to the laws of the world, and that you would limit yourself to that. Now, it talks about nutrition, immunizations, medication, money. It talks about health and wellness. It is not saying that we do not honor our body, that we do not take medicine, that we don't exercise, that we don't eat well. It is saying that we don't stop at the level of magic, at the level of body, at the level of limitation. We go on to the level of the miraculous, where we realize we're spirit, we are divinity having a human experience. When you allow that to guide you and direct you, you know which foods to eat. You know which doctors to see. You know if you're supposed to go here and do that and make this phone call. You know which job to take. You know what to do. When you understand you are under no laws but God's, you walk this earth like Jesus did. You walk the earth in human form, but knowing that you are divinity. And from that place, the body responds differently because you're not holding on to stress. You're not holding on to all of this stuff of the world, the laws of the ego. There's a lot less pressure. You are guided. The Holy Spirit is working through you. The Holy Spirit knows that the body is not the ultimate truth of who you are. The Holy Spirit works on the level of your understanding, where you are. The Holy Spirit meets you where you are right now. I'm diabetic. It would be stupid for me not to take insulin. I would die. In this dream, I would die. My spirit's eternal, but I still take my insulin. While I understand that my spirit's eternal, while I understand that this is all an experience, an illusion, I have miracles to work while I'm here, and I don't want to suffer. And Holy Spirit, God does not want you to suffer. So the Holy Spirit works at the level of your understanding. That can be called magic too. Do I believe the insulin's going to work and keep me healthy? Yeah. So I'm taking it, and guess what? It works and keeps me healthy. I have no resistance against the insulin. Just because I take it does not mean I don't have faith in God. I do what I'm guided to do. So it doesn't mean don't take your medicine. It doesn't mean don't eat well. It doesn't mean ignore and deny your body. It means you understand that you are a channel. As this lesson says, you are a vessel for God, and you need to understand that first. You are under no laws but God's. You are spirit, and then you move differently. You protect your body from a different place. Not that it's all there is, but that it can be holy too. When you get to the miraculous understanding first, you understand your body can be used for holy purposes. The Holy Spirit can use you. Jesus says, I need your hands, I need your feet. You will see miracles through me, through your hands, through me. He needs you. He needs you to protect your body, but not from a place of grasping that this is all that there is, from a place of understanding you are a channel, you're a vessel for God, and that you're here to work miracles. And that one of the ways you do that is through your interactions, through your travels, through your communication, which is what your body is, a communication device between you and the Holy Spirit and you and your brothers. Everything changes when you understand that you are divinity having a human experience. I am under no laws but God's.